Hey, welcome back. I'm sitting on a chair. I got a pretty decent sized ball. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna mobilize our adductors. These big old muscles on the inside that really help you come out of the bottom of a squat, squeeze your thighs together, and so much more, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place this ball. You need something that's a little bit larger than, something small, because this is a decent amount of flesh here. And a big ball like this is gonna help you really get into this. This is a larger size of a supernova ball, if you can find these. But what I'm gonna do is gonna put this right underneath that sit bone. There, right on the, kind of biased towards the inner part of the thigh here. And I'm gonna shift my weight to be on top of that, using my hands to kind of adjust the pressure. And I'm just gonna kind of move around, staying close to that bone, right where the adductor comes into the pelvis, kind of that sit bone there. And I'm just gonna stay there for now. If this is sensitive for you right now, then what you're gonna do is you're gonna breathe in through the nose, squeeze that inner thigh against the ball so that it takes that pain away, and then exhale and fully relax over that. And do this inhale, exhale for as many times as you need to until you feel like you can fully relax on top of that ball. And then you're just gonna kind of shift your weight and twist as much as you can to shift your body around and move that ball position to keep making progress and finding any of those stiff areas in this. And just play around. Smash that around. Keep working your way down your leg. Once you get a little bit further down the leg, you're gonna end up sitting back more onto the chair, the bench, whatever you're on, and your foot is gonna come off. And at this point, now, it becomes a little easier for me to adjust the pressure even more. I can use my hand on top of my thigh here to get some inward push and downward pressure to push into that. And this is getting real. This is getting for real for me right now. These adductors can get pretty stiff whenever you're running or doing any type of agility movement, which is pretty much almost every sport. Any type of squatting you're doing can get these pretty stiffened and glued on each other. So this is a good one to release whenever you're just chilling. You can do this even while you're watching TV or watching a show. You keep working your way down. That adductor is gonna you're gonna lose some of that stimulus as you get past this midpoint. So we're really working from that sit bone right up at the top of the groin all the way to about the mid thigh here. I'm just gonna keep working and modulating that pressure. I'm gonna rotate with my hand to help my thigh rotate over that. I'm gonna lean into this to get more pressure. You don't have to do a whole lot of movement in this. If you wanted to, you can try to do a little bend and straight with the foot. I just play around with this and try to see what's gonna change the way that feels as you're lengthening into this long lever or short lever position, or as you're adjusting the pressure into that. But don't feel like you have to move. If you're finding a really sensitive spot, just stay there and breathe. Inhale and stiffen, and exhale and relax until you feel like you can relax over that, until that sensitivity goes away, and then you keep moving. And you work your way down to mid-thigh, and then you're good. And then you switch to the other side, put it under right up next to that sit bone, come up on top of that. So it's kind of pressing that mid-thigh groin up into you, pressing that upward. And you're just gonna kind of smear around and rotate on top of that. Pause and do some contract and relax and breathing if you need to. And you're just gonna work your way down on this. Oh, so good. Such a good mobilization to help us squat under control. Keeping that, all those insertion points nice and mobilized around the pelvis are so huge for athletic movement. Feeling good here. As you work your way down, just spend a couple minutes on each side, and then you're good to go. This is an adductor release while sitting on a chair.